you have any questions about the NoNo?
I'd like to know how much it is.
They are $300 plus tax, so it comes to $338.99, taxes included. I know it's a lot of money, I said, but for the typical person, if you shave, wax, what type of hair removal do you use?
Right now, just razors. I use a Fusion. I know it's like $20 a pop.
Yeah, so most people will spend about $203 a year on razors. So essentially you spend the same amount of time. This is just what one time. It's lots to put out at once, but you just end up spending the same.
Okay.
And even if you're waxing, it's even more than that. Now, do you know how it works essentially?
No, I don't.
Alright, so let me
Just
show you.
seen the commercial.
Alright, so what it is, it works by heat. So when you turn it on, you have 3 different heat settings. So obviously low, medium, and high. When you first get it, you want to start off with the lowest heat setting so you get used to it. So what you do is you just take it and you just let it glide across the skin. And when you see that blue light, and you can feel it rolling, that's how you know it's getting the hairs. And essentially, you'll start to smell burning hair, which is a little bit weird, but it essentially means it's working.
Okay.
Because what it does is the heat goes into what's called your hair follicle, where the hair grows out of, and it damages it enough so that first of all it shrinks it, so your hair comes back thinner, and then it'll come back less and less, and it comes back in patches. So can I just see your arm? And you can.
How long does that take?
It takes, so you can hold it yourself, and just so you can get the feel, and just sort of roll it along.
Like this?
Yeah, and it's even best if you put it on a
Like
little bit of an
that?
angle. That you want to go nice and slow.
Jumping.
It helps if you kind of put it on a little bit of an
Oh,
angle.
an angle.
And then
Okay.
you just go nice and slow.
Oh, I see.
And all the hair.
Yeah, I can smell that.
Yeah, so that means it's working. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but
Okay.
burning hair means it's good.
Yep.
So what you do after that is you take the buffers that come with it, and you just sort of rub the skin to get that hair that you burned off and the first layer of dead skin cells off.
Okay.
And then you just put a moisturizer over, and then you're done. But the first couple times, because your hair grows, only so much of your hair grows at once, you have to do it a couple times a week. But I did it, I started doing it twice a week, and that's why I've been doing it for 6 weeks now, and I do my arms once every 2 weeks.
Wow.
So as long as
it seems like a long time to do your legs.
yes, it's the first
It
time.
sounds like
Yeah,
it's a really
it took
slow
me
process.
half an hour to do my legs, but I did it when I was sitting on the couch watching TV. So it's not like you have to focus just on that. Like you can do it while you're watching TV, and you'll start getting the hang of it. So it's just a gliding motion, and you don't even have to watch yourself do it.
That's true.
So
What about your face?
your face, it actually comes with a smaller size tip. So you get this big one, and then you get 2 of these,
Okay.
and 2 small ones. And the heat levels are slightly different on the smaller one. The highest level on the smallest one is the lowest setting on here, so it doesn't even get as hot as the one that you just did on your own hair. So the only thing is with your face, you want to pull your skin tight so that you make sure it's a continuous thing. So if it gets into wrinkles or crevices, then you run the risk of burning yourself.
Okay.
But it can be used on your face, it can be used on your underarm, bikini line. Just doesn't recommend it used on your genitalia or your breasts.
Okay. Is there anything that needs to be replaced on it?
Essentially the first thing that you would run into is the tips. And the tips typically last anywhere between 6 months to a year, depending on if you're the only one using them, if you have a husband, boyfriend, and the thickness of the hair. The coarser the hair, the quicker it'll wear down.
Okay.
And also the thicker the hair, the longer it'll take to thin out and essentially come back less.
Okay. What's warranty like on it?
Through it, just by itself, it has a 60-day money-back guarantee on it. So if anything's wrong, you bring it back to the store. However, we also offer an additional $60, a 3-year warranty on it.
Okay.
So the way it works, if anything happens in the first 60 days or after the initial year, you bring it back into the store with your receipt, explain the problem, and since we don't know how to essentially fix them, you essentially end up getting a new unit. So $60 ends up saving you another. If it breaks, you're having to spend another $300 on the unit.
Okay.
Now, between the first 60 to 1 year, it has to go back to the actual company that makes it so they can better the product. stuff like that. Just make
Okay,
it
and
better.
how does that happen? Do I just bring it back to you?
Yep, and we can ship it for you, and then if you have to wait for a replacement during that time, but we'll call you as soon as they replace it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just sort of so they can better the product so the stuff doesn't happen in the future.
Okay, you said coverage for 3 years.
Yep. So if anything happens in that 3 years, you keep your receipt and your warranty card that we give you,
Okay.
and you bring that with you, and anything is covered essentially.
Okay, it sounds like a win-win.
Yep. So it comes with the warranty. It comes with $340 tax without the warranty, and about $408